we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
Hey guys, Asher coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. I am not alone. I'm joined by Deadwood Jedi, DWJ. What's going on, man? Welcome to the channel, dude. How you doing?
I'm doing great, brother. Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure, especially on this fine day.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you, man, and to all the viewers out there. We're doing something totally crazy here. We just recorded a video on Deadwood's channel as well, talking about what we're thankful for, both in-game and also on the personal level. So how we're doing this is Deadwood's going to give his favorite in-game, or not favorite, but his things that he's grateful for in-game. And then towards the end, I'm going to go ahead and give you my personal things that I am grateful for. We did the same thing on Deadwood's channel as well. You guys check out that video. I'll have it in the show notes below. So Deadwood,
yes,
real quick, right before you get into your first thankful thing, like, how the heck are you, man? It's been like 6 months since I've collabed with you. How's life?
I am very good, thank you. It's been kind of a long year, but definitely nice to look back on it and talk about some things that we're thankful for. But yeah, I mean, every time something is hard, it just means you're learning a little bit more, and I definitely feel like I've learned a lot this year, and I'm doing good. Like right now, I feel in a really good spot. So yeah,
I appreciate the honesty there too, because it has. I'm sure like a lot of people probably feel the same way. For me, it's been a long year too, with some definite hurdles, you know. But hey, we made it to the end, close at least. I don't want to speak too soon.
It was at this moment that he knew.
Hey man, I'm glad you're doing great right now, dude. One of my favorite, CCs to watch, and for so many different reasons. Your intelligence is also your game knowledge, but your personality really, and your demeanor and the way that you host and talk to your audience.
Stop it.
It's great.
Stop it.
Tell us what you're thankful for in a game. Let's get to the list, man.
Thank you.
Before I grovel too hard.
I love neither of us take praise especially well.
No, neither of us do it at all. When you were doing it to me on your channel, okay, can you just turn the video off now? Okay.
I know.
Oh, you cheap bastard.
All right, anyway, things I'm thankful for, right? So I got 5 things. When you come on my channel and watch the video I did with Ash, he'll tell you about the 5 things that he's thankful for as well. I think they're a great list, actually.
Thank you.
But I want to start with one that maybe not everybody's on board with, but for me, I think it's easy. It's an easy thank you.
Okay.
Hard mode dungeons.
Hard mode dungeons.
Hear me out. Okay. Same energy cost. So it didn't cost us anything extra to do.
It's very Unplarian-like move right there, right?
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was an extra, but it's extra. The rewards are just better, right? The gear we get is just better, so the efficiency is up, so much. Plus, it was a fun little extra challenge. I finally started working my Fire Knight team, and I got pretty far along. So,
nice.
Like literally, like a month ago, I was like, okay, I can't ignore Fire Knight.
I gotta do it. Who's your MVP on Fire Knight?
Newt.
Yeah,
Newt is the MVP.
I actually don't use him as a shocker of the world. This is my team right here.
Oh wow.
You see it? Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't have cardio, and it messes me up.
Yeah, I know.
I don't have Farrakhan the Fat, and I don't have cardio, so I feel like I'm a little.
Oh, you don't have Fat Man, Farrakhan?
Dude, 3 years in.
Oh man, dude.
Still ain't got him.
Plarian, give Deadwood Jedi a Christmas gift.
It's fine. They don't need it.
Yeah, but that's a good one, man. Hard mode dungeons were good, and to your point, like no energy cost. It's just a straight up win.
A straight up win. Straight up win. Super helpful. Yeah.
They could have done it super lazy too. You could argue they didn't innovate a ton, but at least there's different mechanics and stuff like that. They could have just made them stack up more HP, more attack, whatever.
Yes. No, I actually really like it. It is it's a different mode. It's a different dungeon than what the normal version is, right?
Yes.
Definitely. It's similar enough where you're like, oh, I have a place to start. But it's definitely the mechanics needed and are used are different enough where you're like, this is a whole new challenge. And that to me is fun, and it was fun kind of advancing on them and working on them. And I definitely really appreciative of that,
It's funny. We did this exercise separately, and then we actually had like a bunch of good things, but not the same things the other one had. So cool.
Oh, dude, I had what, 9 things on my list?
Yeah.
And you had a bunch on yours. You had like 7 or 8, and like you listed like half of them were things I didn't have on my list, which is crazy. And every time I was like, oh yeah, that's a good thing too. Sometimes we just forget, right?
You do. You focus on the negative sometimes. Yeah.
Next thing on my list is pretty simple one, but I felt like it's made a huge difference. The search and sort options on champions.
Okay.
The fact that you can not only can you type in a name if you want to find somebody, but you can include the champions in your vault. You can select them by rarity, by ascension, I think, by affinity, by faction, which I find super huge. It's so nice. I use it a lot. And it's not just that you can include champions from your vault, but if you click on one of them and try to change any of the gear, they'll move.
Which one should I click on, Deadwood? What one do you think I should?
Why would you do this to me? I'm trying to be positive and thankful here. Now I'm just
I'm the world's biggest a-hole. Sorry, man. I'm like, whose name should I type?
Happy Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble.
One tap, move to collection, It's like, and you can switch the gear. To your point, I really like this as well. I have another kind of one to this extent that I want to add on, but you might have it. So I'm going to let you keep running here.
Okay. Well, the one thing I would say...
Yeah,
the champion filters I think is a phenomenal addition, right?
Yep.
And similar to that, another like seemingly small, but I find really helpful is when you're in the tavern and you're trying to upgrade champions and you're trying to feed yourself some food, and then you get to Diabolist with that swirly blue dot on her.
You can
you're like, why do I have to click this? And then they got rid of it. They got rid of the fusion pause thing, and it's such a huge quality of life thing. I absolutely love it.
It is, man. It really is. But
right?
I gotta be real with you, and it's really embarrassing to say this, but that stupid Deck of Fate or whatever it was event where you could get a lot of the epics that you needed to fuse Mikage.
Yes.
So I did the whole thing for Lockwayne. I went all the way down that row. It was like I had to summon 1 million champions and everything. And then I did a shard opening video. And I didn't tell anybody about anything, right? I kept it to myself. I did a shard opening video. I recorded it that night.
I already know where this is going.
When I was making room, I fed Lockwayne right afterwards. And I'm like, no! I spent all day.
I'm so sorry.
What kind of Thanksgiving is this?
But the good news is I am ready here. I am almost ready to fuse. So that's
You're almost
cool.
there. You're further along than I am.
Yes. I'm going to sacrifice a whole Kira to do it. Would you do that? Like I have her built, like maxed. Would you do that? I don't use her.
Probably.
That's why I'm doing it. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. Right. She's not. I don't know. I don't think she's.
I think
good.
She's like good for progression, but not like.
Why don't you
try to fuse her?
Can you not fuse a second one?
I think you can. I guess I should.
I would do that.
Yeah.
I would. I'll tell you. This is what.
But it's all a bunch of epics I like, though. That's the problem, I think.
But I mean, for me. I just wouldn't want to. I don't know. I like collecting well, right? So I'm like, you never know. I just wouldn't want to fuse because once you fuse Mikage, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I can't fuse ever again. Her. Yeah.
That would be my guess.
So if I get Ashma, you're right. I should just fuse that way and then max out to 60. But I know you're at 60 anyway. Anyway, sorry, I'm diverging the entire topic here. Let's go on with your list, Deadwood. Sorry, bro.
No. Anyway, actually, no. That's actually perfect because one of the things I was thankful for are some of the new champions that came in fusions, but also that we have a permanent mythic fusion. I think that is an amazing. It's kind of going to be my bonus one, but having the addition of the permanent mythic fusion, I thought was such a good addition. Now, here's the thing: don't have this champion.
Yeah.
I'm not that close to actually fusing her, but I love this concept, and more importantly, I'm just really appreciative of the fact that this was done early in the process. Right, we got mythics. And almost immediately after, we got this added to the game. I thought that was something I hadn't asked for, that I didn't know anybody else had really asked for.
Yeah.
And it was just a proactive, progressive choice that Plarium made that I thought was really positive and really good for people, Definitely a great choice. But like that, to me, I thought was a really good thing because, even worst case scenario, now there's 2 more legendaries available to be fused, right?
This is true.
Even if you don't want Mikage, hey, look, now we got there's 2 epics and 2 legendaries that you can fuse and use if you want to. So like that was, I thought, really nice addition.
I 100% agree. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say also the fusion champions that were added this year. I'm not gonna step on your toes, Ash, for things you've talked about already.
Oh, please do.
But
I don't care.
No. We're good. They have to see the other video.
Okay. A true student of the craft.
Check the pinned comment in the description of this video, guys. What I was gonna say was the fusions that were added this last year, from this time last year, right?
Yes.
I went through them. There are a bunch of trash champions.
There's a lot.
But there's a bunch of really good game-changing champions for us. Nishak, right?
Yep.
Vermin Lord, Newt. Absolutely game-changing, right? Razzlevarg.
Yeah,
you know,
I didn't go for
came
Razzle.
out this year.
I can't use any of your Deadwood Jedi Razzlevar. I can't use Hair Force 1. It's a bummer. Why
are you doing this to me?
You coined that name. Or I don't know if you coined it, but you popularized it.
I don't think I did. I don't know where I got that from. I don't know what that refers to.
But you put it, that was one of your video titles.
Was it really?
I could have sworn.
I don't remember this, but it's possible. It's possible. I do love my puns. Lord knows I love my puns. We had Emic Trunkheart, right? Is another game changer. He's having a real revival right now with Hydra. Python, like an arena god, apparently. Well, maybe not god, but like demigod. Right? He's almost as good as
very good.
But yeah, like, so that's 5 amazing champions, right? Nishak, Razzlevarg, Newt, Emic, Python. 5 amazing champions that we got available in fusions this year.
Did you go for all of them?
All 5 of those I've gone for, yeah.
Wow, good for you. I didn't get Emic either. I was traveling. And it was HH Gaming Network, so shout to Saf. My bad. I just assume every clan boss comp or video that I see is you. But it was Saf who had Hair Force 1.
Anyway. He built a really good team on that one.
Okay. But you're right. This is a good call out here. There were some bad, some stinkers in there, but a lot of good ones. A lot of good ones too.
I agree. And you know what? Here's the thing. Is like we put out videos about this champion's bad, this champion's good. There's other, by the way, Oella was one of the fusion champions, right? Like I just named the top 5. There are a few that were quite good, but there's always gonna be some stinkers. I don't have a problem with that, right? We want balance in the game. So like good to have some variety of champions and like variety of skills and quality. That's totally cool with me. You know, sometimes we're gonna talk about them and say, oh, this one's good, this one's bad, this one's a skip, this one's a go. But
yeah, Jetney.
It's nice that
get out of here, Jetney, right?
I paused, but I was still talking.
Right, but there's so many good ones.
Yes.
I think
keep it
better
positive,
than most
Ash. Keep it positive. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm thankful for the ones we got that were good.
Indeed.
Not all of them are great, but the ones that were good were really good.
You're 100% right. You're 100%
right. All right, here's my controversial one.
Okay, let's hear it. I had a controversial one too. I'm not going to mention it, but it was bad.
And this probably doesn't rise to your level of controversy.
Okay.
But
what you got?
I know a lot of people are going to disagree with this. I'm thankful for Hydra Clash. That's right.
Ooh, that is a controversial one.
I'm somebody that appreciates the fact that Hydra Clash exists in this game.
Thanksgiving is ruined.
Now, is it perfect? God, no. That needs improvement, sure. There's some things about it that I don't really like, right? Like the minimum score requirement, the fact that really only the top, 3 or 4 clans get anything of value. Like there's some things in here that I would personally be looking to change. However, one of the things I like about it is the fact that it's gotten me to work harder and more often on my Hydra teams. And it's done the same for a lot of other people.
Very true.
Which has introduced a lot of other comps, a lot of other creative ideas, right? And so for me, it's a trade-off, but I think it's worth it. Now, I don't like the scoring structure. I don't like the reward structure. I think that
look at Trunda. Come on, DeGreer.
It's me. What am I, invisible?
Yes. Sorry.
No. But
DeGreer is like.
I don't want to cry like a baby.
He and USMC are like my clan's resident like clan boss, Hydra guys. To your point, like these guys are working on their teams and refining them. And I used to be the highest in Hydra every week or whatever, and now these guys have blown me out of the water because they're actually taking it seriously for all its weaknesses because of the Hydra Clash,
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing for us, right? Like, one of the issues obviously is like, we all want to be able to just auto everything, click and make it work. I don't really. I'm the same way. Like, I don't manual my runs at all. I'll do auto and like click on ahead when somebody gets eaten, kind of things, right?
Yeah.
No, don't do it. No, don't do it.
But I feel like that's a fair balance. But one of the things is it's that it's still even though it's annoying right now because of the time investment, it's still like some of the best game design I've seen. Like, it's super cool. Yeah. Like, all these different heads and they all have different abilities and they're all going at different times. Like, it's cool. It's a cool freaking dungeon, right? It's a super cool boss.
It really is.
So I'm glad I'm able to engage with it more than I was before.
On a content standpoint, like, again, you are the clan boss guy, right? Or the demon lord guy, I want to say. But this is where I was going. Do you consider yourself the Hydra guy too? Like, when you look at your own brand and the content that you like making, do you think of just you're a clan boss guy straight up, or do you think that you still prefer Demon Lord or whatever as your niche?
I mean, Demon Lord is what I know, and like it is definitely my niche, and it's definitely what I'm best at. Because like I mean, frankly, I've forgotten more about Demon Lord than most people in this game know or will learn about.
You're like the guru of Demon Lord.
I spent so much time and energy into it, right? Mm-hmm. When it comes to things like Hydra, I have an understanding of it, but I have that same understanding about all facets of the game at this point. When you've been doing something for 4 years, you better figure out something about it, right? But I wouldn't say like I'm an expert more than you are or anybody else in this game, right? I have an understanding of it. I like doing it. I'm still trying to figure out how best to do content on it because I come from an acting background. You're getting your butt whipped, by the way. But I come from like
I still have Cardinal over here, by the way.
Okay.
Let's see. Look at this. This is my favorite team, by the way. Look at this. Look at this.
Awesome.
There's Nogdar, Sun Wukong, and Cardinal, and Hefrak.
I think I caught a video of you using.
Dude, I probably have shared like 4 videos on this stupid team. I just love it so much. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but
in plain truth, I'm used to it.
My whole thing is like I enjoy Hydra. And I'm okay at it. I'm not a pro at it. But as far as figuring out how to do content on it, that's something I haven't fully worked out. The runs are so long. There's so much manual involved. I'm not sure how much of the gameplay people want to see, what they want shown. Like with Clan Boss, I know they want to see the opening. They probably want to see a little bit of the run so they can see how it functions, and then they definitely want to see the damage at the end. With Hydra, I mean, like, I don't know. There's so much RNG involved. Like, how do I determine what is even a good team versus not a good team? How many times do I have to try something?
Yeah. No.
So I actually have a video coming out where I did like a all void legendary Hydra team, and it's just super gross and broken. And I'm just like, yeah, I know this is gross, but I'm gonna do it anyway just because I want to do it.
You should title it like free to play YouTuber videos be like.
Oh my god, I have a full PSA in the beginning of it. Like, look, if you're triggered by void legendaries, click away now. Like,
right. So once in an occasion, I'll do a guide on like a void legendary here on the channel or whatever, because a lot of people ask for it, still. Yeah. And I feel the same way. I feel like I need to like bend over and be like, listen, guys. So I pulled Taurus, right? 2 weeks ago, and I made a video. I probably had a 2-minute disclaimer, probably like, listen guys, I'm just gonna show you him, but click off the video. I know it's not free to play for it. Like, you feel so guilty,
Plain truth, I'm used to it.
But anyway, I digress. What else you got for me?
I get it.
You've named 4 so far, I think, right?
That's a 5. I got you your hard mode dungeons, the search and sword option for the champions. We got the permanent mythic fusion, as well as the permanent mythic fusion, as well as the other fusion champions like Newt, Emic, Razelvarg, Pythion, Nishak. The chicken fusion champions, being able to unclick those bad boys, right?
Yep.
And then the Hydra Clash, controversial one at the end.
I like that. Those are great choices, man. One thing that I was gonna mention, and I know that like I love everything that HH does and puts out and everything. So don't like skewer me in the comments, guys. But like, I never used his premium features. Like, I'm just not a premium feature kind of guy outside of the game. Like, I just play the game and I don't like buy stuff. But like, more power to anybody else. Like, I'm old and I'd rather just go through the arduous process in game versus trying to find out what I need to download and how to coordinate it and stuff. I'm sure it's super easy. Anyway, that all being said, I love, for me, because I didn't use the optimizer, which I should have. This is a game changer, the priority stats area.
It's huge.
It's like
Huge.
I can go in there, and I really love how you can hide set filters. Like, listen, dude, I just need to find a high crit rate piece right now for this dude. You know, let me a high crit rate helmet. Okay, boom, there it is. You know, like it's really nice to be able to do that. You know, so I really enjoyed this one too, as one that we didn't mention. One thing, do you have one that not to put you on the spot? One thing that comes to mind, which still kind of quality of lifey, that kind of still like you wish they would do. You know. I'll give you one while you think. Mine is like so basic, but
quality of life thing.
Yeah.
That I want. No, Ash. This is our thing. This is our thankful video. No criticism. Thankful video.
I can't give it. Hey, listen, I'm thankful that I had this
Here's
idea.
Ash, let's do this. I think it's a great idea. I think we should talk about that. When we're done here, let's record that video and put it out tomorrow so people can see that.
Okay,
right?
okay.
I am not ready for this.
I'm so close to saying it. All right.
Just hold it in.
Okay,
hold it
I'm
in.
Hold it in. I'm gonna hold it in. I'm gonna try.
Instead, because this is what I want to hear. I'm interested. I know the audience is too. What are the things that you're thankful for this year, personal? You know, outside of the game or adjacent.
Yeah, for sure. Like I just went with the first things that came to mind. So I think that. You know, the act of, not to be all soapboxy about it, but the act of like showing gratitude is like, it's one of the few proven things that actually does make you a happier person, you know? And I feel like in this world where everything's pulling us further apart from each other and more negative, you know, especially on the internet, I love and I look for things and I seek out things that actually bring people together, you know? And for all the negative stuff about Raid, you know, from my vantage point, and I'm obviously biased because I'm sure a lot of people feel like this way about their clan or about like, you know, about the people they play with or about like friends they play with or whatever. But like the fact that I don't have a big friend circle, I work all the time or I'm a full-time dad, you know, like that's my life. So, you know, these relationships with other creators, with people that I collaborate with, like this for me, talking to you for 2 hours or whatever.
And you never let me talk.
It's a lot of social engagement for me, man. Like,
is this adult social time for you?
It is, I think. It's a lot. Like I have a few close friends, you know, and I have my family. So it's not like I'm like totally, you know, alone, but it is a very lonely and isolating job. You know, there's no doubt about that. And I just value the community. I was saying this in a video recently, but it sounds kind of almost pathetic to say that I value the community who I haven't really met, you know, like, but it's cool to have, and you have the same thing on your channel, man. And I don't want to take any credit for it because it's all like the viewers and stuff, you know, and I think it's the demographic. I never had this. I covered Clash of Clans and Clash Royale for 10 years now, you know. I never had this there. I was the same old me. I did the same stuff, but my viewer demo was so much younger. Nothing against young people, but I was talking to like my average viewer was 16 to 18 years old, whereas my average viewer here is like between 30 and 40 usually, but you know, it does span. But I think it's maybe a little bit more relatability and stuff here, and just the comments that I get are so... they can really pick you up, you know. The negative ones stay with you. They really do. You know, it's hard sometimes to shake them off. But all the positivity is just it's awesome, you know. So really love the Raid community at large. And then of course, like the two other things that I had down is I always talk about my son, man. But like I mean. We talked a little bit on your personal segment on your channel too, but like I've been through a lot, you know, and I haven't been shy about it, so I won't belabor it. But like I've had a lot of loss in my life, and it caused me to kind of really self-isolate myself and distance myself from my entire family and a lot of my friends, except for I have like 2 really close friends, and after that I cut everybody off, and I didn't do it intentionally. I just did it. Sometimes when we go through tough times of depression, no matter what it's for, it could be a loss of a loved one or big life change or just things happen and you can't explain it. We tend to kind of just get in a bad spot and you know, call it depression, call it whatever, but I just don't even recognize the person that I used to be in a lot of ways. And then had my son, and even though I'm not with his mom and you know, like whatever, it's not ideal, I would say, in every way, but he has been if you're not a parent out there, if you are a parent, you likely understand, but it was just like I just never knew how it would change my life, you know, how something like that the impact that he would have on my definition, me, purpose and meaning, and my best friend. Like he's 6, but like I do everything with him, and it's just like it's just been so selfishly good for me, and he's just the best little guy, you know? He's just like the best little guy. So I'm so thankful, so unbelievable thankful. Like, he's everything to me. And then the last one is like a little bit more abstractly is I'm thankful for learning, man. I'm thankful for learning. Like, I am, like, Raid's not my life, you know? I'm definitely far from a wonk in Raid Shadow Legends, but I have a lot of interests, you know? And I know you do too. It's just like, but like a lot of outside of gaming that I'm into, you know, really into music. I love philosophy, and I love history, and I love geopolitics and stuff like that. Like, I just have a lot of interests. And one thing, I wasn't always
this way. It's been a very interesting year for all those things this year,
know,
I think.
It really has. It really has. But like for me, one thing, somewhere after college, or all the way through college, I didn't really like learning that much. I was more interested in social and whatever the heck I was interested in. But like, it wasn't until like my early to mid 20s that all of a sudden I just had this craving to just learn a new stuff, you know, and like, and it's so nourishing, man. I feel like I was falling into the trap of like, I'm out of school, I'm just gonna do the same thing over and over again and never like take the time to actually learn a new skill. It doesn't have to be a skill. I don't want to be so pretentious about the whole thing, but like, it doesn't have to be like learning in a boring way. It just could be like, hey, I want to find out about, you know, whatever it may be, you know, like, so I just think for me, it made such a massive positive mental impact to just cultivate interests and learn about things that you like. I feel like adults stop learning and they almost get dumber over time, you know, some, not all.
No. I think you're right. It's a huge thing to be able to do. And that feeling of like not wanting to learn as a kid, I think is so common and so unfortunate. And part of that's how we get taught stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not made to be interesting. It's made to impart information, which is like, you go, wait, what does it matter if it's interesting or not? It's because like, you know, that's what learning should be. It should be fun. It should be exciting. It is exciting to learn new things. And once you learn that it's exciting, all of a sudden the, you know, desire to learn more just opens up. And, you know, this is why, you know, they say reading's so important because it's a great way to learn. And it's a fun, you know, it can be a very fun way to do it. And, you know, I think that's one of the reasons why our channels have success sometimes, is because people are actually interested in learning and deep diving, you know, into something, how it works, and you know, wanting to get better at it. It's one of the great parts about Raid, I think, is it encourages that part of our brain going through stuff. So that totally makes sense to me, my friend.
So
I think that's a great thing to be thankful for.
So those are my personal thankfuls.
Before you go, give thanks to My Pocket as well.
But yeah, man, I think this is a great note to end this vid. We did have like I said, a collab on Deadwood's channel. So if you want to hear my ideas, what I'm thankful for, okay, sorry, I thought you were doing something. No. Okay, got you.
I'm talking to the audience.
I thought you were trying to like, cut the video.
Watch my channel. There's links down below.
Got you. I'm sorry. I should know the game here. Yeah, so if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, it'd be a beautiful time to do so. You can hear my controversial idea, and most importantly, you can hear what Deadwood Jedi is the most grateful for on his personal level. So Deadwood, thanks again for joining me, man. It's been a pleasure.
Dude, always a pleasure. We need to do this more often because I enjoy talking with you.
Indeed,
Bottom line. It's fun.
Same. I feel the exact same way. So guys, let us know. Let us go. Give us some ideas on what you think we should talk about on the next video. Maybe quality of life improvements. We'll see.
Yeah, little improvements to the game. How's that?
Yes, sounds good. All right, guys, stay tuned for that video. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.
There's something different about the way we are.